Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Replay. We're traveling back to August 23rd, 1991, to a time when Nintendo packed in games with their consoles. Do you guys remember that?
Well, I bought Nintendo Land in one, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, but I guess I paid extra for it.
Good games.
Yeah.
Good games packed in. This was Super Mario World. It came with the Super Nintendo, which was mind-boggling back in the day.
Great.
Mind-boggling.
You want to move systems.
Yeah, this is how you do it. Nintendo 64 didn't have a packing game, did it?
No.
GameCube? Nope.
No.
Nope.
NES came with Mario and Duck Hunt for some people.
That's smart.
All kinds of variants for the NES. But
yeah. But that was one of the original ones. You could have gotten one with Rob the Robot.
Yep.
Gyromite, I think, as well.
Gyromite, yep.
That guy needs to come back in Smash Brothers, by the way.
I know.
It's fantastic.
Screw up all those stages.
But we're going to play through as much of Mario World as we can today. And this is in celebration of Super Mario Maker, which came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're living your life the right way, you should be playing that right now.
It's so much fun.
It's so good. It really is
So you're
good.
basically saying all the viewers are not living their lives
Are you
correctly.
saying nobody has a Wii U?
No, but you're saying like they should be doing that right now, and they're
Oh, yeah.
ostensibly
and
watching
speaking
this.
of those viewers, what if in the off chance the grandeur of Super Mario World has brought in first-time viewers to Replay?
Oh, wow.
Would you like to introduce, do the honors?
Go
I
ahead.
was wondering where that went. was going.
I'm Tim Turi.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cork. Is that right?
I am Brian Shea.
I'm Kyle Hilliard. No, I'm Andrew Reiner.
Andrew Reiner. That's right. Okay. I appreciate you reminding me there.
So which way do we want to go here?
I mean, this is it, man. It's like a Telltale game. Yeah. Branching options.
Yeah.
You want to go to... Let's start with one.
Mario will remember
You are
that.
driving right now.
All right.
We're going to switch off every life, I think, something
we?
along those
Yeah.
lines. Oof, you avoided initial embarrassment. That's good.
Well, he didn't get that coin. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wow, this actually feels a little different. I've been playing a lot of Mario Maker lately, and this... Even though it is Mario World, it's a little bit looser controlling than...
Really? Than the Mario World in Mario Maker?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm just losing my mind, but...
Probably.
Could be.
Mario Maker, yeah, of course. We already mentioned that it came out yesterday?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Well, maybe my mind's boggled because I've just been trying to create so many amazing levels. I'm trying to top Mario World.
Are you going to make a full game?
Yes, absolutely.
And are you following like the kind of Mario blueprint of you have to have a dungeon, you have to have like water levels?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm even creating some fun new games in there, like Half-Life 3 and stuff like that. So, yeah, it should be good for everybody.
Everybody's making Half-Life 3 games now. Apparently, Naughty Dog, they just tweeted, Neil Druckmann tweeted
I
that he
missed
wants the Half-Life license.
Well, who doesn't want that?
Nobody.
There you go.
Nobody really wants Half-Life 3, right? We want something to talk about for the rest of our days.
When was the last time anyone played Half-Life 2? True. Just asking questions.
Well done.
Nice.
You almost got the 30. So,
Almost did.
one thing about this game for me, like growing up, I had a few peaks on the other side of the fence. I've talked about like growing up with Sega stuff, and this was one of the games that I saw on the other side of the console war fence, and I was like, holy hell, I need to get me some of that.
Wow. You're a very precocious child.
My mom would ask me, hey, you want to come over to your aunt's house and hang out?
Holy hell yeah.
Initially, no, not really. But then I remember, oh my gosh, are my cousins home? If not, I will be there and be playing a lot of Mario World. And I thought I enjoyed it as best as I could, even though I sucked at it. The thing that's always been elusive to me about this game, how do you 100% this? Like, is it all the dinosaur coins, all the little Yoshi coins? Is that the trick? Is it all the secret exits?
I think it's all the coins.
Is it?
all
it?
the collectibles,
Okay.
right?
Does it track which ones you've gotten the most, like all the coins in? Because...
In your brain. Yeah, you can
but-
track it. Notepad.
So I remember this was the first game that I ever 100%ed, actually. I found all the secret exits. I got all like the levels. Like I got that one that's up and that you can barely not see.
What?
Yeah, that was not a great sentence.
You said Nazi.
Barely not.
Hey, ooh.
So Brian Shea's barely a Nazi, so that's why we're still allowing him on the show. But so is this where the collectible angle in Mario games began? Like the get all the coins or whatever. Usually I
It
feel
was
like
extra lives before.
and that's such a, you don't need them all. You can play for points or whatever, but to 100% something in classic terms, like, usually means, hey, there's a finite number of these things, get them all, right?
Right. Yeah, I guess. Then red coins came up when?
I want to say red coins were maybe Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, that might be.
There were certain moments. I think there were certain collectibles that you had to get all the coins to unlock, but then I think they were popularized in Mario 64. And then some of the Mario games will have the 3 coins that you have to get to gather or whatever. How do you guys play? Do you guys go for all the collectibles
I
right
do,
out
yeah.
of the bat? Right off the bat?
Well, I mean, the first time I played this game, I just wanted to finish it. But then back in the day, it was a time where it was like I'd play this game like, even after I beat it, I probably finished it like 6 or 7 times, right?
Okay.
But that time you tried to see more of it and get more of it.
Right.
So that's where you started to go for everything and try to find all the secrets and all that.
The first time I realized that, like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen all this game, even though I've beaten it, was during the end credits. It showed all the enemies.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd show, like, the one that stands out in my mind is Torpedo Ted. They'd show Torpedo Ted, which is like this block that would drop down like this cartoon hand that lets loose a torpedo underwater, and it will kind of heat sink on you, I think. Or heat seek. And
Heat sinks.
yeah, I think that's a part of a computer. But anyway.
I missed it.
Oof.
Anyway, so that's how I realized that, I haven't seen all this.
And one thing to point out about the Super Nintendo, this is where the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo Sega battle kind of started, right? Like there was the NES and Master System, but it really took off here with Mario and Sonic, right?
That Master System Nintendo thing was not really a thing. As much as I love Master System.
No, I think it was a battle for Master System kids to say we're okay.
Yeah. We're people too.
Yeah.
But the big thing for me, like back in the day, seeing the systems side by side, you'd go into Funko Land or Toys R Us or whatever, and they'd have the systems kind of there for you to see, is as colorful as Sonic was, it didn't have all of these colors. Like the Super Nintendo had so many more colors it could display on screen at once. And that was just captivating. And this was such a great example of that right out of the gate, just seeing all these colors in a game. And it sounds trivial, but back in the day, it was a huge deal.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is look at like the cover for Mario World and all the it's like, I don't know. Now it's a joke because you look at like the Mario Party games and like it's insane. It's like neon, like seizure level of like I don't understand.
Like your shirt.
It's insane. I guess there's some neon going on here, but I think it's kind of started with this. I mean, the art in the Mario games, like Mario 3 and stuff, like the art was always really colorful. And this is one of those instances where like the game has progressed to a point that it's starting to look like the artwork that you'd see like in the instruction manual and stuff.
And then there was also the Mode 7 effects. And this is where gamers were starting to learn the language of like the game developers a little bit and the manufacturers of the consoles. And then Sega tried to counter that with like blast processing. There was all these like weird terms that were out there at the time.
The truth will be revealed in Console Wars, the film, starring Seth Rogen, right?
Right.
That's what we're all hoping for, right?
Yes. This is the one with is it Big Bertha?
I don't
the
think
name of...
they appear. I think it's just those little like mines.
Not yet.
And we're not going against Bowser here necessarily, right? Or we are. He's trying to take over Dinosaur Island in this one, right?
That's correct.
And that's why Yoshi's here.
That's Yoshi. Yoshi's a dinosaur, and you're fighting the Koopalings intermittently throughout.
Isn't Dinosaur Island where Godzilla is from also?
Is that the name of it?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
Or is it Dino Island?
I think it's Dinosaur Island.
Wow, really? I didn't know that. I thought that Godzilla just came from under the ocean, but I guess he was just walking.
Who knows? On those big weird legs.
How could we ever find him?
Yeah.
Doesn't he always come out of the ocean classically?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
He swims a lot. Or she.
How are Bowser and Godzilla related?
Common ancestor, I think, is probably how it goes.
Because you look at
It's not
Giga
like a direct
Bowser.
descendant or anything like that.
Right, okay.
No. And it was really cool. Like, this game looked really great. And around the same era, like Pilot Wings and F-Zero, like if you want to talk about Mode 7, like, there was just nothing that could compete with the Genesis. But at the same time, like launch games on the SNES almost always had like awful slowdown, and that was something that in reviews, like that was a huge part of that. It's just like, oh yeah, this area's got slowdown. You play like Gradius, for instance, on the SNES, and it was like you could complete it because of the slowdown. You know, there were areas that if it was playing at a consistent speed, you probably would have died.
But then
the bullet hell stuff.
Then it's interesting that, you know, also I want to point out that these castle levels and the music within it's probably
amazing.
It's
so
maybe,
great.
Oh yeah,
it's in my like top favorite Mario like songs of all time, maybe video game songs in general. But regardless, it's interesting that like the Super Nintendo then becomes most well known for obviously all of Nintendo's first party games, which Nintendo's obviously very good at making games for their own system. So you don't have those problems, or like turn-based RPGs, which aren't necessarily the most intensive as far as
I forgot about this part.
moment-to-moment battles. So
I'm gonna say this is still my favorite system.
this is your Desert Island system.
Yeah, boy, I think my Desert Island system would be a PS4 or Xbox One right now, just because I'd want to play all the new stuff.
Yeah,
But I mean, in terms of just like introducing me to new experiences that I just couldn't get enough of, you know, the Super Nintendo, like you brought up the turn-based RPGs. Yes, we had some of that on the NES, but oh my goodness, Square Enix or Squaresoft at the time on this system was just unstoppable.
Nice. Yeah, it was a heyday. It was a perfect union for sure.
Do you want to trade off?
No, every life. Yeah, Shay, just keep
Shay,
going.
You're just silently tearing through Mario World, which is great.
It's like muscle memory. I haven't played this game in like maybe 3 years.
Yeah, it's kind of like Muscle March.
I think the last time I played this was Game Boy Advance.
Really?
The port.
The last sentence here is like the greatest scenario ever. I guess it's all one sentence, but together they now travel to Donut Land.
That's great.
It's like the greatest scenario you could ever imagine after beating a boss.
Also, like speaking of taking down bosses, these little cinematics where they take down the castles, for me, maybe it was a complete afterthought. Maybe it was one of the last things that was designed for the game, and maybe they almost didn't do it. But that carrot on the stick, I'm just like, oh man, how's Mario going to take down this castle in that little thing?
Don't lose this. Don't lose it.
There we go.
Yes.
That blew my mind, by the way. When you could hit him and he would drop that cape.
The feather?
Or the feather that gave you the cape. Why'd I get that?
You know, when I first played this game, I didn't know I could fly for a few levels.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't run fast enough to do this.
Oh, okay. You're probably being very cautious, right?
Yeah, right. Like you're just kind of playing the game the way you would. And then there was no internet or whatever at the time to, go see what people are doing.
Not one you knew about.
No. It was like Nintendo Power. Like that, you had that basically.
Who needs the thing to get the secret?
Yeah.
Oh, love this. I also loved when you beat one of the Koopalings, the wand. Oh, the wand is 3, isn't
That's
it?
3.
That's 3. Oh, God. I hate this game.
grab
Never
it.
mind.
Yeah.
3 is definitely the better game.
I really hate underwater levels in Mario.
They
They're
definitely
awful.
slow down the pace. But I remember thinking at the time that, like, I was always charmed by, he's got the fire flower now, and here's, the Tanuki suit or frog suit or whatever. I felt like the cape was like, and still in my mind, I feel like it's kind of like the perfect power-up for Mario because he's Super Mario. Like, he's wearing a cape like a superhero, and it just clicked in my mind. It makes a lot of sense to me, and I think visually it looks really cool. Like, yellow really gels with the rest of his dumb outfit.
I've always wanted to come back, like have it come back. Oh, this is hard.
This is the best. Why would you put that in there? I don't know. Like, what is happening right now? It doesn't matter.
Yep.
What did the P stand for? Not sure. Someone's probably going to
Potassium
comment.
cyanide, I think.
This is like the end of Live and Let Die.
Uh-oh.
Get your bounce going.
No.
Donut Land, indeed. He really blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you guys a
Yes.
2-part question.
Okay.
Where does the Super Nintendo rank for you? And in that same breath, Super Mario World in terms of all the Mario games.
I'll volunteer my answer.
Okay.
First, for Mario World, I think Super Mario World is the best side-scrolling platformer that's ever been made, in my opinion. There are some that rival it, but I just think it's also just like this dose of just like serotonin. Like every time you pump it in, if you're having a bad day and like you just want to feel better, if you play 20 minutes of this, I guarantee you're gonna feel better. There's that, and then Super Nintendo is, I don't know, maybe it's like a number 3 for me or something. I didn't have the nostalgia angle because I had to catch up with it later when I had disposable income. So not growing up with it.
So what's number 1 then for you?
Man, that's a really tough question. I feel like sometimes I would say like the PlayStation 2 or the Game Boy Advance or something like that.
Oh, wow.
but-
I thought for sure you'd say Genesis.
No, I recognize the Super Nintendo as a better library.
Why would you go in here? It
Yeah,
says above it.
Anyway, how about
Straight
the
up Ghost House.
rest of you guys?
I would say this is my probably number 2.
Yeah.
I like Mario 3 a lot.
Oh, really?
So Mario 3 is your number 1.
Mario 3 is my number 1. And I would say this is probably SNES is probably my second favorite
Yeah.
system. I think ultimately Xbox 360
Yeah.
had so many great games on it that
And it went forever.
Yeah. And got better as it kept going on forever.
All right,
Shay?
Yeah. Can you?
We'll make you talk.
Yeah, you
I think this
die.
is number one in both categories for me. I think it's the best system, in my opinion, and it's the best Mario game, the best side-scrolling platformer. I'll agree with Tim.
Did you grow up with Super Nintendo, or
I
did
did.
you come
Wow,
to it
I
late?
really screwed that up. This was the first system that I ever owned.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's just an amazing library of games.
And I already talked about the system, of course. And in terms of Mario, I think I'm a Mario 1 kind of guy
Why do you think that is?
because I really grew up with it.
Okay.
Man, I don't know how much of that game I played.
So if someone had to say like, hey, you can either bring Mario World or Mario 1 on a desert island.
I would probably take Mario World now.
Okay.
Just because, Mario 1 is like, I just close my eyes. I
Sure.
can play all the way through that game. Not as familiar with this one.
Okay.
So maybe you bring this one, and then you could just close your eyes whenever you want to play Mario 1.
But World 3 and 1 are all so damn close.
They're all really
like
good.
any given day, I could probably change my answer. They're all really great games. But I would say I think I enjoyed Donkey Kong Country that trilogy more than World and the
that
sequel
was
Yoshi's
That was
Island
your opinion, right? Just shot right down the toilet.
and
Really?
Yoshi's Island together.
You
yeah.
like Donkey Kong Country more
I
than...
love those games.
Oh my god!
I wrote strategy guides for them. Like I got every collectible in all 3 games. Like I fell in love with those games.
So Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World are pretty much on the same level for me.
Jeff's gonna throw us in a
But
toilet.
I know
after
I'm
this
in a
episode's
minority
done.
That's such
as
a
well,
weird
but
thing
I
to
just
say.
Donkey Kong Country I came to it pretty late, and I just felt like it's really imprecise and kind of sluggish.
It's
in
not
some
like
ways.
a garbage game, but it's
No, it's not a garbage game.
close to it.
There's good moments once
Jesus.
you acclimate to its weird platforming controls. It's fun.
I'm telling you, it could be a blast.
It is
minecart
fun.
levels.
Oh, the minecart levels were so great. Don't
at
fall for that.
And at the time, the visuals. You're gonna laugh at this, but it was like Crysis. Remember back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Like Crysis was like, oh my god, look at these visuals. You need this super machine for it. Donkey Kong Country, when they were doing that kind of weird claymation, rendered graphics, it was mind blowing. Especially on this system.
Minecart blowing.
Yeah, it looked great. But then I remember playing it. I was like, this just is not doing it for me.
Damn it.
Oh,
I'll
Jeff?
pass.
Oh,
You-
man.
okay, back to,
can't pass.
to Brian.
there's no passing in Mario
You see,
Brothers.
you're taking a different route than I would have. I probably would have just trucked through the donut land.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think that Donkey Kong Country 1 is about on the same level as
Oh, I blew that.
That's all right. It's just coins.
for me. But 2
This is
and
ice,
3
by the
were
way.
kind of a step back for me in terms of how much I liked them.
Yeah. Tiny Kong didn't do it for you, or whatever his name is. Baby
Dixie Kong and then whatever
God.
the
Baby or Tiny or something.
I don't know.
Little conga.
The little big guy.
I didn't like him at all.
So
Do
are
you
you
guys
going
like Jungle Freeze and stuff like that?
Oh, Tropical Freeze
Tropical
and
Freeze was great.
Returns? Yeah, they're incredible games. I think that those are better than the Super Nintendo ones by a lot.
I'd say they're also better than the Mario games that are on Wii U.
Oh,
I would say Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is better than New Super Mario Brothers U by a long
Yeah,
shot.
I'd agree. I still haven't played through all of Super Mario Brothers U because I haven't gotten all the stars in Super Mario Brothers Wii yet. I was really close, and I really enjoy going for all the stars. I feel like that's more memorable than just trucking through and beating it because the levels get so samey, especially in the new Super Mario Bros. Game where you have this game where all the areas and songs
Oh, God.
feel so distinct.
Oh god.
Too
man.
bad. I think Jeff Cork needs to play.
But
yeah, Jeff, play. It's fun.
to loop back on that, so like I feel like you can
Watch
go
me
back.
blow it.
Don't feel bad. Go back up to the
Yeah,
to
you
Donut
can go
Land.
back to the regular levels. I was
Yeah.
just,
What?
Go down.
go down to the pipe and
Go
yeah.
up, and let's see more of this area. Like just
So go back down to the first level.
and just play that classic.
That
game.
one.
This guy.
Donut Plains 1.
this whole thing.
What I was gonna say is like we've seen the water levels, the weird sort of icy cave levels, the ghost houses. We've seen the
Didn't we already do
castles.
this one?
No,
Yeah.
you got to beat it regularly. Though.
yeah, we got the key.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they feel so distinct. All the music is really distinct. And then you compare that to the new side-scrolling Mario
the-
games, which you got to hold down the run button and then tap the back button to fly. Whereas the new Super Mario Bros. Games, all the music feels like really samey. All the areas feel kind of the same. It doesn't seem like it mixes it up in as novel ways. I feel like it's kind of a blur from beginning to end, those new Super Mario Bros. Games.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it just doesn't feel like it has that same magic that the games on NES and SNES had.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if it's probably equal parts like growing up and also like, I don't know, maybe they're just not the greatest.
Wow.
I will kind of echo
God.
that sentiment for Mario Brothers 3 and the pirate ship levels. I thought they were a little too samey.
The pirate ship levels?
Yeah, I'm just going to throw that out.
Really?
I thought those were really fun.
They're really fun, but just like, I mean, you did so many of them in that game. I was like,
Each
Yeah, but the magic wand that never left my imagination. It spun, and it was in
so
Mario
cool.
World or something too. Apparently, I don't know.
hats off to Jeff Cork, though. Picked it up, didn't want to play, but he beat the level.
Those airship levels, like you're talking about, Reiner, I feel like they were always just like this sort of
That guy's terrible.
not very flashy, just super gauntlet. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they weren't really fun or creative. They're
It's
just
kinda
super
like this.
hard.
We're just constantly scrolling.
Auto scrolling.
Yeah.
By the way, the underground music in this game is phenomenal.
And the little effect that kind of echoes a little bit.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's super. Oh, let it go! Let it go!
Oh, I didn't even see him wake up.
I had made the same mistake when I was
I
playing.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot he could wake up.
Get out of here.
Classic Mario. Yeah, you know wait
Now.
for that one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, these.
Knocking at death's door.
Love that.
I just learned that Mario is using his hand, his fist.
Yeah.
You thought he was just headbutting it?
No, we all knew that, right? Of
course.
He put his hand up there.
I think there's been a million jokes made about like he's hitting it with his head, but I think we all knew it was his hand, right? Come on, guys.
We all knew it.
Let's
Come
be
on.
real.
What are those?
Little bat cactus guys. That's what I was.
They never
assuming were.
returned, did they?
They're
No.
the worst design. Cork, when you get back to
Yes.
the surface and like the overworld, pause for a second so we can listen to the music.
Let's do it.
Those guys,
that
the,
guy's
the weird
awesome.
bat cacti, Brian, are they in Mario Maker? Can you toss
No,
them
they're
around?
not.
So
What?
not every enemy returns, right?
No.
Like,
I'm just realizing
You can't put charging chucks in there either.
okay.
I'm just realizing how phallic this background is. I never noticed it. It's not great.
oh,
no.
So that's pretty useless
catch.
without Yoshi, right? Like,
Yeah. If you have Yoshi, you can fly up higher, and there's a secret up there.
Oh, yeah, but I can carry this across as I'm.
Yeah, watch this.
Ken will give
Get
you a
5
mushroom, and he'll be
coins.
like, "Oh, thank you very much."
Oh my.
Wow. Look at Jeff Cork.
Look at me. Here I are.
Here you is. Good job, Jeff.
That noise
That sound
is
is
the
the
thing
best.
It's the thing I miss
Okay.
most about the Mario World
It's
thing
really
in
good.
Mario Maker.
This song? Macaulay Culkin, Macaulay Culkin, Macaulay Culkin, dun 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 dun, dun, my belly button, my belly button. These are the things that I think of when I think of this song. They are not detached.
Did this happen while you were playing the game? Or
Positively.
is this like
Not
you
just-
sitting at your desk listening
Nope.
to...
This was formative, like earliest times I played. I don't know if you guys have ever.
How old were you? Like,
Are you guys telling me you guys never like set lyrics to
all the
repetitive
time.
video game music? I don't know. 91. I guess I was like 6 or 7.
Boy.
For the record, this is where it falls apart. I'll need someone to help me remember where exactly to go.
Brian's your guy.
If you had the cape, you could actually fly up to the left, and you'd be able to get the secret entrance, which would open.
Well, that really helps him out now.
I was gonna say,
Brian.
and if I remembered what I was doing, I wouldn't even.
That- well, you need to-
help. Oh, I can't get through that.
Yeah,
Duh.
you need to go in there and somehow spit out down below. There you go.
I wonder if people who play these games now,
Go to the
you know,
left
maybe
with that.
Is that?
kids who grew up liking Mario but didn't really dive in, if their patience runs thin at the ghost houses because they're so weird and
Right.
complex, you know.
yeah, potentially.
But I guess there are variations of ghost houses and these kinds of weird
So here
tricks
I am, just
in like the DS and 3DS ones too. So
Ghost houses.
So what was
where do
the
they
point of
rank?
that? Am I just hanging out here?
yeah,
Or do I need to?
do you activate it and go back in that door to the right?
Is that what's going on?
Maybe. I hate ghost houses so much.
Well, no, you activate it and then do that. I think,
Oh, maybe not.
or maybe you just have to go in that door again.
That's weird.
We'll find out.
This is a speed run.
kind of.
Super pros playing.
Any percent.
Ta-da!
Belly
Here we
button, belly
go.
button.
I
belly
never-
button.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
You have it in your head now.
I never thought that was like a tape that you were supposed to cut. I always thought it was like a field goal post that went up and down. I was like, why do you have to hit right in the middle of it?
That's what I thought it was too.
No, it said you have to cut the tape.
Got the tape.
Yeah.
It says cut the tape.
Yeah. If you on the first level, I hit the thing and it says if you cut the tape at a high.
Emilio Estevez.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh god.
Man, I really didn't pay attention. Maybe it's because I like wasn't a good reader or didn't want to read at the time. and then just never bothered. Like, these things, I don't know what they do.
Well,
This is maybe my favorite
The song?
Mario song.
I do like this song a lot.
This
What?
This jaunty ragtime
This is a good one.
business. This is like, to me, like
This
maybe
game has fantastic
this is
music.
maybe the epitome of video game music. Like that feels video gamey.
Yeah.
This feels like it should be in a Wild West
Yeah,
saloon.
it's great.
It's straight up ragtime.
It's like Mario Party Mario, the one where he's wearing a little cowboy hat. Another one.
Oh, the one where it's like all movies or something. Like
Oh, boy.
That one stunk.
Tim, do you know
It's
that
who
one.
composed
Big
this?
Koji Kondo.
He did.
Hey, there we go.
I guess it's back to me. Oh boy,
What? Who did that?
Whoa.
That would be
Jeff.
him.
it's in the transition.
Yeah.
Shit.
So of course Koji Kondo, the composer behind most of the early Mario games, and then all the way up through like 64, and always had a part in some song from there on in for the most part, and then Zelda series.
Tim, I have a
obviously.
question for you.
Yeah,
Is it like, do you know the name of the song?
this is the athletic theme.
Isn't that weird
What?
how they don't really have names, though?
Names?
Like, what do you call the 1-1 song? Mario's?
Mario
Song.
Overworld
In an
theme or
era,
something.
it's funny. I was listening to a video game music podcast called VG Empire, and they were just talking about like composer names and like, oh man, this song's so great. It's from Godzilla. The composer's name is the letter K. And so just like in an era where like,
Yep. It's a music note.
yeah, it's just not even like credit and attribution and stuff was really weird.
Those guys
Hated
are the
those
worst.
guys.
Yeah, because you can't hurt them.
You can just spin jump on them, but
Yeah.
it's not reliable at all.
It's hazardous.
God, I bet they smell real foul.
You think so?
Ooh, they're the worst.
They remind me of the weird guys from Castle Crashers that you find in the woods, and then it scares your deer into pooping, into propelling itself.
Hey, you can download that game for free if you bought it on 360.
Oh, this
It's
is
on
the trick.
Xbox
Which one?
Upper
That
right.
one.
I always have like amazing luck at first, and then it
Okay,
just
now?
falls apart.
That one.
Just when in doubt, go middle.
Yeah.
Oh, I screwed up.
That one. What do you mean you screwed up?
Because you're supposed to keep going on each one until.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I got
Yes!
excited and
Oh, wow.
great.
I
Shay
blew it.
strikes
Never
out.
going to the casino with you, Shay.
The Jinx.
Ooh, good float.
If you bet on red, I'm just gonna leave the place.
It's a good
40.
So what other costumes were in this one? Is that it?
It
There's
was
It
more
was a
in
significant
3, right?
downgrade from 3.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like the costumes in this better.
Quality over quantity,
What?
for sure.
Oh,
The
boy.
Tanuki suit is fantastic.
I'm sorry that he can't turn into a statue.
Yeah. And
like the frog.
Glide.
The frog, it would have just made you
messed up.
faster underwater, or what?
Yep. Made it. You didn't. You just went bloop, 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 bloop.
What's better, these mini games or the slider mini game in 3?
Oh.
The Toad House mini games from 3 or these?
The slider.
Yeah.
game. And they also
I
had the
like the way
memory matching one.
And it was cool
The
because
memory matching one was good.
Because speaking of memory, it remembered where you had left off the last time you played.
We're almost there.
That's true. Gosh,
Look at that.
I did. There we go.
this was the trickiest thing to get a hold of.
No.
Did you guys?
What are you doing?
Did you gather that right away? Like that you had to tap back? Like how long did it take you to master that?
The flight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like as a kid, it was just like, what is this? I don't understand.
It did take a while, yeah.
Yeah, and like all the different like the Star Road stuff was really perplexing to me as a kid as well. Like all the different baby Yoshis, and you got to feed it this many things, and then like how does that feed back into it?
I am remembering now exactly what I did with this cape. I played the game for like
That
2
was
to 3
not good.
hours and then looked at the manual
Oh, okay.
to really figure out all the controls and all that stuff.
Back when games came with manuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like
But I mean, I used to just rip them open, put the game in, and
Sure.
start playing it. And I wouldn't look at that for a while. Like Zelda,
yeah.
I didn't look at that manual until, man, I don't even know.
Isn't that just
Maybe
satisfying the way?
Probably 2 days later or
That
something like
sounds
that.
pretty like a fun way to experience it.
Oh, goodbye, Yoshi.
Oh boy,
Goodbye,
get on him.
Mario.
Things are falling apart.
Like hammers, yeah.
Speaking of hammers, we used to twirl Billy Berghammer. Who used to work here a long time ago. I
Yeah.
call him Mario, and he would just like correct you under his breath.
But you just say Mario
Yeah.
on purpose. Who like Billy Berghammer now at Nintendo?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
he's not Nintendo. He started Planet GameCube.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
started playing at GameCube. Yeah.
I recently ran into Billy Berghammer at PAX and gave him an old Polaroid I found on the wall, a Game Informer of him posing with like a costumed Link.
You gave that to him?
I just gave it to
You
him.
wiener. That was my precious Billy Berghammer memory.
Oh my gosh.
That was my touchstone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sounds like you really missed it. You just figured it out now.
Well, I just assumed someone ransacked our place and
Oh, right.
stole things. And
Those
realized
thieves.
that it was an inside job.
I always hated how the door sound.
It sounds like a fart.
fart.
Yeah, but that was classic, right? I loved that.
Classic fart.
I'd be playing with like
These guys.
I'd be playing with my cousins, and inevitably like someone would like lean over and pretend to be farting.
That's
while-
good stuff.
Yeah, it was the epitome of humor.
Yeah.
We've really gone past that in replay, which I think is
Yeah, I really like it.
yeah. I think Dan Reichert really elevated us to new heights of just tasteful humor. You know, smart humor like the New Yorker comics.
Yep.
So I have a question for you about these enemies.
Yes.
Are these manufactured by Bowser?
Oh,
Are these not real things? Are they just placed in his dungeon as booby traps?
I figured these
Or
were.
are they kind of born and it's like, well, you're going to be in a dungeon?
I always figured these were creatures of the world that he had coerced or allied with.
What kind of like coercive skills does he have? Like, what does he have? Like,
Sure, befriends them?
I'm a giant fire-breathing monster dragon, and you're a skeleton.
You're
that
a
can't
zombie
die.
turtle.
Yeah, let's do this.
zombie turtle.
I got this girl I like.
Yo, bro, you all want to be my ultimate wingmen? Let's go for it. Some of you quite literally. I'm looking at you, Goomba Paratroopa.
I'm guessing they're all manufactured.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a Robotnik?
Yeah,
but-
Like an exoshell?
yeah,
kind
because
of
that's
thing?
why they're all loyal. They're
But if that was the
themed.
case, there totally would have been, and also the more I think about it, this sounds awesome. Well, the Mecha Bowsers, for sure, manufactured. But
Those are the only organic things in the game.
I mean, there'd be the factory level or something where you'd see them all on the assembly line. and-
maybe he's the ultimate splicer of DNA and all that.
Oh my
He's
God.
making all
But-
these
Dr.
things.
Moreau.
Clearly.
At the end of the day, these are all extras in a play, right? Because
Only in Mario
Nintendo.
3.
I know, but Miyamoto has said in previous interviews with us, which you should read. I think it's like Mario's Burning Questions is on the website. You should read that. And he thinks about like the question where it's like, oh, why is Koopa or Bowser kidnapping Peach one day and she's playing tennis on the same team with him the next? And it's because he kind of considers these characters like a troupe of actors.
Ugh,
And
whatever, Miyamoto.
This is a performance of a lifetime, Mario.
telling these
We're doing
unforgettable
We're into your
tales.
fiction, Miyamoto. Like,
We were
we want
talking.
to know what's canon and not.
Yes.
And
Spill it.
Speaking of that, like, what's going on in Mario World? Like, yeah, Bowser's trying to take over Dinosaur Island. Peach has not been kidnapped, right? Or has she?
We didn't see that at the beginning. That guy looks terrible.
But-
He looks
He
like
does.
a mess.
like an onion.
But there is this the Morton answer or whatever that guy's name is from 3,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
the mid boss guy. No, that was a legit. This was a legit. That was a Koopaling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, Morton.
that was Morton. Morton's iodized salt. It's named after him, right?
It's true.
Yeah. You're doing very well, Brian.
Yeah, we got
Thanks.
about 10 more minutes, so hopefully I get the controller again. We'll see.
Just love it. He
Look at
kicks
that.
the
Just
crap
kicks
out of
Just
it.
drop kicking it like he's
It's a little
Jimmy
tiny castle.
Snuka.
I always wished you could do that in the game, like flip him on the side like
Ah,
Also, that's very play-like, isn't it? You know, like there's the castle stage, and then there's like this small representation of the castle, and we don't even bat an eyelash at it.
that. Well, then his level should just be the size of a stage, Miyamoto.
Yeah, Miyamoto, we know that you're watching this. Also, the visual language, it's very clever now that I see it, but so it's, what's the difference between a flashing level, you know, on the overworld, the little ovals? Whenever they're flashing, that means that they have branching exits, right?
Right.
I think so.
What's the difference between the big ones and the little ones? Or is that just
One's
aesthetic?
big and one's little.
it's like
It's-
a capital.
It's just a for looks thing.
yeah.
It's a capital. Anyway, that stuff I just didn't pick up on when I was younger, so I didn't know that stuff was happening in here.
This game's so good, guys.
It's really, really good. As far as like side-scrolling platformers, I'd say maybe like, God, Super Meat Boy's up there, maybe for sure in my top 5.
Oh, you're a really big fan of that. I remember,
I
yeah.
love Meat Boy.
It's a great game.
Yeah. And then like Sonic 3 Knuckles, Mario 3 Knuckles.
Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Jeff gave me this
Your
glare.
Desert Island game.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
Can we arrange a desert island?
They still exist.
Wow, Reiner turned into a skeleton after
Yeah.
2 days.
He's
That's
like
not
a-
even possible.
It's like a Castaway in the New Yorker cartoon.
Perfect. Perfect callback.
I don't know why I thought that would work.
But hey, look what you got.
What did you think of like this place? Are those like crystals that are ready to be mined in the background?
They're giant penises.
Oh. Oh,
That actually is canon.
now that you mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's like the Disney movie covers.
They're terrible.
What, like, like the underground ice area? Like,
Yeah.
that didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I thought it was like a weird slippery salt mine
It's
or
a salt
something.
mine. It's Morton.
It is. Oh,
those-
it's more
Morton's
salt
salt
mine.
mine.
It's all coming together for you
That's
now.
great. You're smart.
Yeah, just don't look at the background. It's awful.
It's distracting.
I never thought about that. You're ruining my
I just
childhood.
did when we booted this up. I looked back there. I was like, one looked
Reiner-
full on.
What's wrong with you then? What do we need to talk
I messed
about?
that up.
I got to become a kid again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can work on that. So is that the shell that
Football
no.
guy. What? Why? Why is he here?
He's like just practicing.
Football
He's got
guy
a big game.
that throws like footballs and baseballs,
Yep.
of course.
Charging Chuck.
Charge and Chuck.
Has he ever played a big role in any of the Mario sports games? Because that seems like a no-brainer.
I don't think he has.
He's Ken
That
Griffey
is weird
Jr.
that he would not have been a player.
Yeah, right?
Like the pitcher or something.
He seems perfect. Maybe he is. I just don't know. But he returned in, was it Mario 3D World? It was one.
Yeah, he's in 3D World.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Did you guys play through, what is it?
That was
Toadstool Toad Treasure Tracker? Is that what it
Toad's Treasure. Yeah,
I haven't
Captain
yet.
Toad's Treasure
yeah, I haven't
Tracker.
played that yet. I want to.
I did.
You absolutely should.
I loved it.
It's charming in this like great like diorama way, and it has like all the colors and fun of, a Mario game that you'd expect, but like without that like precision skill. It's more just like figure this thing out. What? I really enjoyed that.
I had a really good time with Splatoon, and I was like jonesing for more Nintendo experiences.
Yeah.
And that one was like, okay, I got to get to that, but I didn't want to spend the money that day, so.
yeah, and there's a
Fast
lot.
on
There's so many open world games that you gotta sink time.
Oh, my
into right
goodness.
now. It's insane.
Oh boy.
Just like the bricks as they're destroyed flash like the multicolors just because.
I love that sound they make too.
The sound design, like we haven't even covered that. Like,
Let's not.
okay,
That's good.
That sounds good. Anyway,
sounds good.
everything sounds perfect, and it's like as video gamey as it gets. Like,
And this was directed by Miyamoto, right?
I mean, he made this
mastermind?
game.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Those things suck.
They're terrible.
They don't even look. They
They look like they're from a Sega Master System game.
yeah, they're so low rent. Ah, of course, that classic move. That's a legal play on the football field.
I remember
Two extra men on the field.
Yeah, I remember when Randy Moss did that, and they didn't know what to do.
It's a good distraction. Pew, whip.
All right, we could do
I love that
maybe
sound.
one more level. We'll do another ghost
You
level.
want to do a ghost
No,
level?
no, go for it, dude.
I hate ghost
I
levels.
remember this.
I like us getting further in the game than dying.
This game just made me hungry. Like donut plains and
Well, all
Oh,
of them,
yeah.
yeah.
vanilla ghost house and like isn't it chocolate mountains or something?
Yeah, they're all named after foods.
Rocky Road Bridge, I think was one of them. The Custard Butt Hills, I think is one of them.
Yep.
The Sauerkraut Cake Land.
Delicious.
The Grape Penis Mines.
Yes,
That
correct.
one was
That's where
weird.
they come from.
The
I need to get him away. No, it's not this ghost house.
Yeah,
Booger Tacos.
I'd probably eat those.
Booger Tacos.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a cool game! But 90% of the time, 90% of the time that I sit down to play it again, I don't even
What are
get
these, like,
past
snot bubbles?
that bridge. Seems they do kind of look like snap bubbles. Like Booger Man, I think is at the end of this level. I never get past the bridge, like outside of this area, the Vanilla Dome.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good stopping point though.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine them making this game and just figuring out little things like that little spin on top of these green blobs. Like that's a technique.
Yeah.
That's something they baked in.
It's so good. Have you guys seen that? We have that like laser etched wood map that we put on the website. That is just like Mario World Overworld, like etched into wood. You can just like search it on Game Informer, but I have that in my living room and it's awesome.
Get up there, Shay.
Sure
Shay,
try.
what you doing?
Yeah.
This is
What's you doing?
I remember loving the designs of ghosts when I was
Yep.
younger, like these.
They're
these
fantastic.
This is not going to
classic,
happen.
Like cartoon ghosts.
A lot of people don't realize they have fangs. Look at
I
those
know.
teeth.
It's at least the Big Boo does.
Yeah, it's awful.
They look so. They're so good. It's hard to like pinpoint, like the enemy design in this
was bad.
this game specifically, and most Mario games is maybe the best, most consistent enemy design of like any game.
Except for those green
Cactus bat at the side.
green things.
The
Cactus bat.
Cactus bat, yeah. That was one of Mick Foley's wrestling
It really
personas.
was. Dude Love and Cactus bat.
That's right. So you're trying to, you got to break down those coins or collect them or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good little puzzle.
Yep.
Those blocks, they look like they're upset, right?
They do.
They look
Oh,
like
yeah.
constipated or angry. Just like, I didn't become anything. They look upset about it.
Haven't done anything with my life.
Should have
Yeah.
been a coin.
This is weird not playing because I feel like I've been overly chatty the entire time. It's fun.
No, it's
but-
great. You have a lot of knowledge of the series, obviously, as one of our big platform fans.
Well, not as much as Shea. Shea, it seems like you got this game figured out inside and out, pretty much. Does it fall apart in the later levels? Like
No,
you-
I think I'm pretty good at this game.
but you don't get to like the forest and you're like, oh man, what was this thing again? Where is this? You feel like you have all the secrets.
Not all the
on
secrets.
call?
I mean, there are
Okay.
some things where I'm just like, all right, how the hell did I get up to that
Yeah.
other part? But
You know what it might be, Tim? The big and small is conveying distance between like a path up and then you go down.
oh yeah, because this is closer.
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
there's
be.
the one down there is.
That's what I mean. It's like way down in that little ravine area.
Maybe. Interesting.
That might be it. But anyway, that is a good look at Super Mario World. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's move on to a new second segment, and then we'll conclude with some more Nintendo love.
Awesome.
Well, it probably involved some alcohol, maybe.
Well, I know that originally Mario had a laser, like he had a gun that he would shoot.
He was working in his woodshed one day and a hammer fell off of the shelf and actually landed on his head. And he had a dream about his brother Luigi.
Wasn't it named after his landlord?
I'm guessing he probably called a plumber one day and the guy showed up. Although, why would there be an Italian plumber in Japan?
He must have been working with brick a lot. Do you think he was like laying out bricks? Like that's what he was spending most of his time doing? Laying bricks, jumping jacks, and exploring the sewers? Some of his favorite hobbies, and it's a classic.
Bad guys are called Goombas, which is a racial slur against Italian people, so maybe he was watching like a Martin Scorsese film at one point and was like, hey, that guy's funny looking, I'll make him a guy, and then he was like, well, Italians are stupid, so I'll make him a plumber.
I think that he was a plumber because they wanted a mechanic that explained why he went down pipes to go to other areas of the world.
Well, Miyamoto loves plumbers because his uncle died in a plumbing fire.
There are only so many like blue-collar jobs that an Italian person can do, apparently. I guess working with shit is probably like the lowest one, so he went with that.
Well, I know that it was because the technical limitations of the NES, they had to like differentiate like the colors to make him look so he wasn't just like a blob. So that's why he has the mustache and the cap.
Mario was actually modeled after Magnum PI. That's why he has a mustache.
I mean, I guess there's not much to say about it. It's a mustache.
Oh, he's a stereotypical Italian guy. I mean, it's super offensive.
Do you think he's wearing like, I guess you don't wear pants like under your overalls. Like overalls are your pants. Like you're not wearing a second set of pants under your overalls.
You can't tell that he's greasy, but I'm sure he is. He's short, which is offensive too. I mean, just because I'm short doesn't mean that all Italian people are short, but whatever.
I'm thinking that Mario does have a second pair of pants on under there.
Not 100% sure on that though.
So a lot of people think that Mario Maker is kind of a new thing for Nintendo, letting users create content, but that's not true. They went all the way back on NES, their first console. They had 3 games that had user-generated content.
Right in the first batch, it was
Yeah.
the programmable series.
So this is Excite Bike, a seriously loved game back in the day, and still today, I still think this game's great. And Jeff right now is going through and showing you how easy it is to make a course.
Yeah, what's happening
So
here?
basically what I'm doing is I'm cycling through, does not give you like a little preview of everything, you just had to kind of remember.
Okay.
And then as you grab stuff, and then you push the other button, and then it zips ahead on the course.
Ooh,
I
that's
never
not
knew
gonna
this
be
was a
good.
thing.
No,
Not
that's
super
good.
great.
So A through S. represents all the hazards and boosts and everything in the game.
Stretches of grass are the worst, Jeff. That's terrible.
I think you're gonna love this. This is my favorite thing. I love those.
And then is A just like straight away?
And then,
All right, I want to play it.
Is there okay? So you can just move ahead.
I think we may have to.
Did you screw it up?
No.
So when you did this back when this,
There we go.
when this,
All right, Reiner.
when this came out, was it like a Mario Maker sort of level of FU to it? Like you were always just trying to screw over your friends, or did you actually use this when it
I
came
used it a
out?
little bit, mostly in Excite Bike. I like to make tracks that I could kind of hit a rhythm.
Okay.
Because the whole point of Excite Bike is when
All right, Jeff.
you jump in the air. Yep.
How do I?
Hit.
Select. Oh, you're just adding.
You're
laps.
adding. Oh my God, this is
Yeah.
great.
So I want to do 2 laps.
Okay.
Okay.
Select.
No.
Start.
Start. No.
Hit
Oh boy.
end.
Yeah, I can't get back there. Nothing works.
Classic.
Oh.
Okay.
And then play.
Load.
It was always so
Play.
God, it's always so confusing. Is it? Let's
No,
see.
I think this is the.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know.
Oh yeah, this has all the hallmarks of one of my levels.
Oh,
It's pretty
okay.
great. There you go.
It is.
Whoa,
there it is.
you're
Oh, I
right
remember
into the
that.
rhythm. Here you go.
here's
Here's the hard part. Oh!
He nails it, of course. Oh, oh gosh. Did you go to game design school?
Oh yeah.
All right, lap 1. Wasn't
Nice.
bad.
Not bad,
That was
19
not
seconds.
bad.
You can do better.
Second lap.
Okay,
Second lap's
perfect.
always better because you got that rolling start.
All right, don't forget about the narrow. Oh, nailed it.
man.
You're a
No,
pro.
get left.
Hell no.
Oh,
Go! Get on your bike.
okay, perfect. That's better up there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But you're not
Do a
going to
wheelie
finish,
out.
guys.
Yeah. The crowd.
Yeah, wave to the crowd. Throw the horns.
Flicking you off.
That's fantastic.
It's a new record,
Okay.
Reiner.
So that's Excite Bike.
That's Excite Bike.
It's a fun little game.
Let's move on to Mock Rider. All right, and here we are, of course, in Mock Rider, everybody's favorite game. I'm going to make you a nice track here, Reiner.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited to see.
So this is just like a typical bike racing game.
It's yep, just get on a bicycle and have fun.
You're like
Actually, it's a little different. This is like a post-apocalyptic kind of thing going on here. So basically, I've already created something which I'm going to immediately delete because
looked
it's
like a
super
great course.
boring.
You're
It's
like
just a test.
the Van Gogh of Mock Rider.
Yeah, exactly. Man, go away. All right, so what I'm going to do here, it's basically you going from left to right, believe it or not, and you got little pieces of the puzzle here that you can select at any time.
Pieces that it allows.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh, whoa.
And all these pieces are based on like what's allowed given
Yes.
all the possible combinations and stuff.
That's
Okay.
kind of cool the way it like
look at
contextually
that.
analyzes
Yeah.
what you have.
It's very clever. And it's like it's little things like this. Like Mario Maker seems so crazy and like polished and just of course like they make it just exactly the way you think it should be. And it seems like it comes out of nowhere, kind of. But like this is kind of like laying that early groundwork for
Right.
that sort of.
And now it doesn't look that impressive, Mario Maker, right? Like,
Right.
Shay,
Yeah,
you changed your review score to what, like a 4?
Yeah, well, if I reviewed it.
Oh, we're Kyle reviewed it, right? Yeah, it should be like a 4.
Kyle actually just downloaded his review off the internet and threw it in the trash because he realized that Mock Rider was just it's been here all along.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just meh. Mock Rider was
Yeah.
better.
Man, right, yeah.
All right.
This is really cool, actually.
Jeff, you're really just knocking this out.
Oh, this is just for you. I did it for you.
I can
Imagine
just
doing this with a touchscreen.
Oh my lord! I
can-
can only imagine.
Oh, I don't think you can do
I can
anything
see
with
the
that.
wheels turn in your head, just like I don't know. It's like Neo looking into the Matrix.
I'm
You
wearing a
can just-
hat. I didn't think you could see that.
No, I mean I
That's why I wore it.
beam directly. Are you gonna make a heart? Up there?
I was gonna spell out my intentions. They were nothing but
Oh,
pure.
that you want a pretzel?
Yep.
That was-
It does look like a pretzel.
Straight away.
What am I gonna do?
Try-
Kind of
Straight away?
stumped here.
Yeah.
Straight
and then
away,
another
and,
another turn, and then there you
Oh,
go, guy.
bang.
Whoa.
It's like a bottle opener.
Whoa! I did not see that coming.
No.
Do I get to play?
Yeah, you're gonna play this.
Whoa!
Oh, man.
Surprise turns.
I wasn't ready for that.
And you haven't unlocked the best. You don't unlock anything. I was just gonna make up an excuse for you as to why you were
The
not
better
gonna do
color?
super great. You didn't
You could
unlock
design
the
it
great
on-
bike. But
On red.
there you go. You're gonna end with a big bang there.
Okay.
All right.
Flooring it.
Is it select now?
Yep.
And fighting
So
course.
what's
What
the
is
difference between
fighting?
fighting and
Oh,
other-
you'll see.
Is there other dudes? It's the post-apocalyptic world, right?
Yeah. Look at that.
2112.
Yep. Evil forces.
You are Mock Rider.
In the year 21
Mock Rider!
In the year 2112, will there be a working version of Mock Rider?
What happened? Your
You have to
course
look in
sucks.
your rearview mirror.
You got to fight.
Look in your
Well,
rearview
how?
mirror.
Oh.
You want to hit the
So I'm
accelerator.
a Dallas Cowboy.
Watch out!
Dallas Cowboy on a bike.
Yeah. You're going to want to hit the gas. That's
What's gas?
critically important. There you go.
Whichever one makes the dots come at you.
Oh, I'm not moving.
Oh,
You're
watch out!
not-
Watch out!
You are not moving right
Yeah,
now. You can do
let's
it,
see.
buddy.
One of the buttons you were hitting, though, was making the dots
it takes a
go.
while to accelerate.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Just hold this one
Whew.
down.
This is the most difficult course of all time.
And we're playing on the Retron, so
That explains why you're.
yeah,
not
the buttons
doing
are.
great.
I'm hitting
Or the-
B for gas and Y, which didn't exist.
The
on
super,
the NES.
Yeah.
super retro trio or something like that. I don't know.
And this music, you can hear it in the new Smash Brothers.
Jeff, I like the
unlock
sky
it.
you
It's
put
great.
in.
Yeah, I really had a lot to work with as far as the palette went.
Oh, what a work of art.
that was great.
Let's have Shea try it out.
Yeah,
so
give it a
B
go.
and then
B is-
Y.
All right. So how do I
Fighter.
select this?
Start button.
Hit start.
There you go.
Okay, so
Just
B
remember
is,
that.
B is
See if
accelerate.
you can get past the diabolical straightaway at
oh
the
my
opening.
God. I
You
don't
can do
know.
it.
I didn't get past that, did I?
You didn't get past it. You got rear-ended so many times.
I'm kind of curious how the overpass is represented, or if it even is at all.
Oh, you'll see.
Hey, Brian.
I hate Brian Shea.
The rearview mirrors.
Oh yeah.
They
That's
always
tough.
just kamikaze.
But
right
he
in.
came at me from around a curve, so I couldn't do much.
We could move.
Yeah,
I'm already experiencing the full
Look at-
G-force.
Look out behind you.
Reiner, you're a back.
Oh, my
You're a backseat
God.
mock rider.
I am.
Yeah.
Mock Rider.
Watch out for those oil slicks. Despite it being the apocalypse, a post-apocalyptic world, oil in plentiful supply,
Yeah.
as long as it's in a slick
Yep.
form.
It's in this slick.
No,
Exactly.
man.
That's tough.
Jeff, your course is too tough.
The course is too tough. I think
Put
Mock
too much
Rider might
water
be-
in it.
Yeah.
Can we do like
Yeah.
a solo run to see the whole?
Oh, just for time?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, let's.
Those
I
guys are
want
like
to see
heat-
that one big curve.
They're
Yeah.
heat-seeking missiles.
What's going on in the background there, Jeff?
You're riding toward the background of Super Mario World. Actually, the caverns.
Oh, perfect.
I've run out of time apparently.
Do you-
Yeah.
Is energy
right,
like
Tim's turn.
collecting gas or something like that?
Oh, okay.
Let's do a
Gonna
solo course.
Oh, come on.
Go 22 kilometers.
Oh,
within
wait.
Time.
okay.
If we just
Within
wanna
time
s-
250.
Is this my creation?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
I
oh, that
remember that
classic
curve.
turn.
Hallmark.
So
You're basically now on a circle, I think, looking at the.
What were those directions there?
do you
At
mean?
the beginning, like go. Was that the distance of the course that it was telling us? Like go blank.
We're
gotta-
supposed to make it 22 kilometers. See at the
You've
top
gone
there, top
3.
center.
Okay,
Going
gotcha.
4 kilometers.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh
got-
wait, you
You've
can
got
shift.
this.
Oh wait, hold on.
Whoa, you just shifted to 4th gear.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
crap,
that's
dude.
up.
That would have been
Oh,
helpful,
wow.
and
Well, that helps.
that would have been helpful in
You
avoiding
guys-
those guys.
Do you guys not? Yeah, up and down shift. Do you guys not instinctively press forward in racing games?
I
to
did. I was
see-
hitting forward, but I wasn't
Okay.
doing that in conjunction with the button.
Okay, so lesson learned.
ha, ha.
Lesson learned. Downshift coming around the turn
mountain.
there. Okay,
Mountain.
straight shift.
There we go.
Crank it up. Bring it back down. Be
Yeah.
cautious.
Be cautious. Is that
Be cautious. That's the cautious button.
why? I
Straight
wanna get
away?
there faster.
Why don't you just take a taxi?
16 kilometers, Kim.
All right, cranking it up. Whoa! A lot of oil
Man.
slicks. Oh, this.
That's a great soundtrack. I'm telling you.
oh.
My favorites.
You almost lost it there.
I almost got right into that oil drum. Oh, this move. We're into the pretzel, aren't we?
Yeah, this is
for
the
sure.
pretzel.
This is it.
Wow, Jeff, that's beautiful.
Oh, you made 21 kilometers.
Well, I decided to stop at the pretzel because I thought that your work after that wasn't
All
as
right.
good. So.
All right,
And
guys,
we have one more game to
let's
look
go
at.
visit an old friend. All right, and finally, we're gonna wrap it up with a look at Wrecking Crew, which
That's our nickname. This replay.
Yeah.
Crew.
4-man Wrecking Crew.
That's right.
Here we are. So basically, this is like it's not great.
The game itself.
That's Mario.
It's Mario himself.
Mario.
There he is.
but
And
it's
all
a
the
different
rest.
kind of Mario.
It's a different. He's
He's not a plumber. He's
working for a living.
Yeah,
with
he's
no
a
shirt.
construction
contractor.
guy.
Oh, he's a plumber. He's a doctor. He's a
Yep.
demolition man.
He's a demolition guy. So what you're doing here, basically, you're just placing. You move onto a spot, and you can kind of cycle through the different available options, and it's like ladders. And the whole purpose of the game is to destroy everything.
Okay, and not die.
You might remember that stage from Smash Bros. Too.
Ooh.
I do.
So is this sort of the antithesis of Super Mario Maker? This is like Super Mario Demolisher, and you just have to destroy everything.
So,
Ooh.
Jeff, you're going to
Yes.
need to put in a staircase that can't be destroyed.
You think so?
Yeah, to be able to get up there, right?
Well, you're going to start here.
Oh, you're starting up there, so
you're starting at
you
the
just
top.
want them to go down then. Gotcha.
Well, I don't want to tell you all the secrets because
Oh,
you're going to
okay.
have to turn it yourself in
All
a
the
second
secrets
here.
as
all
you
my awesome
You're a
secrets.
create
Sure.
the level directly in front of him.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd been a really
You'll
clever,
never know.
a clever nod if in Mario Maker when you had to like destroy something, if they did some sort of wrecking crew type thing.
Yeah.
It was all the things in Mario Maker are like Mario Paint references, which is really cool.
That's also probably the better touchstone for that.
All right, I'm almost done. Just give me a second.
And the interesting thing about this launch lineup is they were all in these kind of black boxes with just the generic writing on the box, like kind of diagonal of the name of
Okay.
the game. And they're all themed the same. So there was like baseball, Mach Rider, Wrecking Crew, Mario Brothers. What else was there, Jeff?
Football football was 10-yard fight, wasn't it?
Yeah. Rad Racer, was that in that
Pinball.
box? Yeah, Pinball. Oh,
Red
man.
Racer came later. Oh man, you're gonna have so much fun with this.
Gyromite was one of them.
I'm quite envious of you.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here you go.
All right, we're playing it one player. It's cool you could do co-op. Is Luigi the second player?
It's this abomination who's not related to
Oh,
Mario.
okay.
It actually says Mario, huh?
It's his friend.
It is Mario. It's
Very
Mario's
cool.
friend.
In hindsight, maybe they should have called it Mario's Wrecking Crew or something like that. But
I
I,
think at
guess
this
they
time-
wouldn't have known.
They didn't
Oh.
know.
This little bastard's coming after me.
There you go.
All right.
Watch out.
Good job.
He's gonna
Destroy it.
He's just. Is he stuck up there now? Or
Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff. Eat it. Oh, no.
oh, you fell.
What happened?
You
do
literally
it.
fell.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Now you.
It
might
loops.
Oh, no.
Is it loops. You got it. You got it.
Climb up, climb up.
You got. You're fine. No.
Oh man.
Fireball, don't catch up with
Fireball. You didn't put that in. I didn't
Watch
see you
out,
build
watch
that
out.
in.
It's just like the Mach Rider hazards.
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah. Okay.
Good,
All right.
good.
This is gonna take time. One each. And then
Oh
the
my
other
God.
staircase.
They said it couldn't be done.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wrecked.
Totally wrecked.
Nice work.
Now you
Ryder.
get to play it forever. This is your Desert Island game.
This is
we
it,
forgot
man.
to tell you.
Your volleyball can make you levels that you can play on your desert island.
This was my sample level when I forgot what you're supposed to do in this
Oh
game.
yeah,
so
finally.
enjoy.
Well, let's see if I can beat it.
It's quite
Full circle.
satisfying.
It's the best level.
Yeah, I don't think there's an enemy in it. So
Yeah.
how patient are you?
So you got to basically destroy this staircase.
Can I do it from the bottom? This whole thing?
Oh, that's a good question. But
You
you
might
got
want to take care of the other stuff first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch
Oh.
this.
Is the
Wait,
bomb
wait,
count?
The bomb.
Oh, you think?
You
I
gotta
think the bomb
see.
might be optional. We'll see. I remember
Man.
buying this game and
What
being
happened?
so thoroughly disappointed.
Yeah.
That's pretty satisfying.
Yes!
Oh,
Yeah.
the pillars don't count.
No.
Nice.
I
I
did
the
it.
pillars always counted.
Now,
And
we're
now we're back to this.
back to the.
Back to design
The
2.
best
Stuck
level.
in.
The best level.
Oh,
All right, well, I'm going to have Shea play this just as we wrap this up here. That's Game Informer's Replay. New episodes every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central on YouTube and GameInformer.com. Check out, we have 5 years of episodes out there. And if you're looking for new games to play, seriously, check out Super Mario Maker. It is a fantastic game. Such a love letter to those old platformers. And the user-created content, from what I've seen so far, even from our Game Informer staff, has been fantastic.
it's been a lot of fun.
So thank you, gentlemen,
Yeah.
for joining me for another episode, and we'll see you in 7 days.